Morning, guys. This is April the 9th. I'm just going to review the trades I took today. Again, the green area is the first 5 minutes of trading. I usually wait till it comes out of the box here. And so market just takes out the high by a little bit here, and right over here we get a 2B break. So I'm not looking to take this pullback here. Let me use the point to be a lot easier. Before this 2B came up here, you have an order in over here, right? But once I get this 2B right over there, I'm waiting for a 2B break to take this to come back. It didn't connect, but this trade then gets removed because the trend has changed temporarily. Remember, the trend is everything's a reversal if you think about it. You know, for instance, um, make a higher high and a higher low, but not a higher high. Then it takes out the low. So now the trend has changed to the downside. So it makes a lower low and a lower high and a lower low. Then it takes out the high. Now you're making an uptrend. Then it takes out the low. Now you're making a downtrend. Well, actually, you get a higher high and a higher low, but not a higher high. Then it takes out the low. So now you're in a downtrend. And once it takes out the swing here, the trend is up. So higher high, higher low, higher high, and double bottoms, higher low. This would have been a pullback to here, but the thing is, I didn't see any thrust bars until over here, so that's why I didn't take that trade. Um, so now we made still made a higher high and a higher low, and then it makes a not a higher high, not a low, then it makes a higher high. So there's a 2B right over here. So I'm looking to go short, and so far no trades. Um, then what we got here? So we make a lower low. I'm looking for a pullback to here. It didn't happen. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Comes down to here, forms a 1, 2, 3. One, a lower low and a lower high, but not a lower low. That's what a 1, 2, 3 is. Let me just put it on the screen here. So point one, when the trend is going down, is the lower low. Point two is the correction to make the lower high. Point three is where it doesn't make a lower low. So there's your point three, there's your point one, and there's your point two. So you've made a lower low and a lower high, but not a lower low. I get a thrust bar, it takes out point two, and I take a pullback over to here. And as you can see, a pullback to right over here. And as you can see, it muddles around, and I ended up getting a break even. And so now we're making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, a little bit of a higher high, and now you got a 2B break. And here I got it over here, and I think this is another one of those plus ones. So I got in at 94.50, goes down like 12, and I break even. Uh, so I'm seeing that the price action is pretty ragged right now. So I'm just like waiting for the next maneuver. So we make a higher high and a higher low, and it takes out the high, and then it goes sideways. Um, I was tempted to take this, but I would have ended up with a plus one anyway. We got a thrust bar there off a sideways action, and it would have put me in a hole a couple, and then I would have went up to here, and I would have broken even. So where are we now? Okay, so we make a higher high and a higher low, and a higher high and a higher low, and a higher high. I was looking to get in over here, it didn't happen. Makes a higher high, I was looking to get in here, and it didn't happen. We shoot up again, no cigars, and it kind of goes like sideways. Actually, I think I may have taken this. This might have been another plus one, because what we have here is a higher high and a higher low, and a 2B setup, and all it's got to do is take out the low, which it did. And if I would have got in over here, let me just see what the numbers are. At 28 and a quarter, it goes down like 12. So if I got in over that, I don't really remember. It would have been a break even at best. And we muddled around a little bit, and okay, so oh yeah, okay, I remember this one here. So we made a higher high here. Let me do it with the pointer. Higher high, higher low. That's not a thrust bar. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Breaks this 2B over here, and here is a little setup right over here. If I remember correctly, 39.50. I think I got 7 on this deal, if I'm not mistaken. Um, then I see it all as sideways action, so we make a lower low and a lower high, but not a lower low. And here's a 1, 2, 3 over here, and I got another +1 over here. Uh, then price shoots up, gives you 1, 2, 3. So I'm looking to go short over here, no connection. Pull back here, no connection. You get a 1, 2, 3, but there's no thrust bar. And right over here, you make a lower low. I put an entry over here on the 2B break, because there's the higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. So right over here at 41, it goes against me 13 ticks, and then I'm with a +1 again. And then I took this guy, which there was a 2B over here, I should have realized it, but nonetheless, I took this guy and took a 15 in the hole. This guy right over here. And there was no escaping. I could have bailed over here, or moved the target down to here, but I mean, it stopped to there, but I didn't. So we made a higher high and a higher low, but not a higher high. And right over here, it makes a lower low. So my first entry was here. Then it thrusts down to here, and I take the pullback over here. And I take the pullback over to here. On the pullback, we get in at 43 and a quarter, and price goes down 42 and a quarter, 41 and a quarter, 40 and a quarter. It went down 14 ticks, and after 5 +1s in a row and a loss, I wanted to get something out of this, so I took 7 out of the 14, and then the price shoots down again, and it gives us a 1, 2, 3, and then it takes out the low and gives us so you had this 1, 2. So then let me show this here. Okay, so we made a lower low and low high, but not a lower low and not a higher high, and then it shoots down from here, and I took an entry right over here. Took an entry here to go short, and I think this was the annoying one. 36. No, I did not take that. Right, I didn't take that because it just took out the low by little. I did not take that trade. I was going to take the trade, but I didn't take the trade. What I did take was this trade, because we ended up having a 1, 2, 3 over here, and I took the pullback over here, and whoops, and I got filled over here, and at 35, this was the annoying trade. Yeah, I got filled at 35, and I needed to go to 40, and I went to 39.75, and I just I clicked, and I got 14 ticks out of there instead of it was the best I can do. I mean, it was once this candle closes, I needed to get out of there. So once this candle closes, I just clicked, and I got 14 in the deal. And then we go sideways, and then it gives you this 2B formation here, and it breaks down and makes a lower low, and a lower high, and over here it makes a lower low. I had an entry over here, but once it misses by a few and does this stuff here, I was very tempted to take a setup over on this bar here. It was a pullback, was followed by a thrust bar, but I didn't do it. It would have been a nice move up. Unfortunately, I didn't. So then we made a higher high up here and a higher low, but not a higher high, and then a thrust. And I had an entry here. It didn't happen. Then it makes it thrust down from here, pulls back to here, and we get this big thrust bar down over here. And I didn't get filled over here, unfortunately. 3750, but I did get filled over here. There was no pattern to keep me from not taking that pullback over here anyway. Uh, as you can see, it was moving pretty fast, so it didn't get filled. Sometimes they get filled, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it shoots right through. But I did get filled here, and this went down for the full 20, 3750 down to here. And after I had 5 plus 1s, a loss, a 7, a 14, and then finally a 20. Not many ticks today. What's it? 41 plus minus 15. So it's like 26 ticks. The plus ones are irrelevant. That's just pennies. You don't get anything for that. That covers just the commission. And I just stopped after that. And so if I would have continued for, well, there was only 10 more minutes to go anyway. So let's see what would have happened. So you get this 2B break, and it goes up here, and 2B break, and this was a tempting thing. I mean, you could do this. You could say this is I mean, this could have been a pullback area. Could have taken along here. So let's see what would have happened on this deal here. 41, put you in the hole 12. You would have broken even, or you could have taken the 2B break and you would have gotten a bunch. So it's making a lower low and a lower high. I mean, now it makes a lower low and a lower high, but not a lower low. So you're not going to take a pullback here when you got a 1, 2, 3 facing right in front of you. So you don't want to do that. But you can take the pullback once it takes out the high right over here, and another plus 1, and that would be the end of the day. I mean, I don't trade past 10:30 anyway. This last trade here ended at 10:20, so there wasn't much purpose to keep going. It was a pretty ragged day, so this would have been a plus 1. Then you got a little sideways action here, and I mean, if you want to keep going. So what do we have here? We made a higher high and a higher low. So you could have taken a pullback here, and if you got filled, you would have been up. You would have been plus 1. And a lot of rugged candles, boy. Then you get this 1, 2, 3. And it breaks, and this looks like another plus 1. If you get it at 57.25, goes against you like 8 ticks, puts you up 8 ticks. So that's pretty much it. Thanks.